Welcome, everybody, here to another edition of 80s Kids Wrestling, the Monday Night Raw review. And, guys, when we first looked at the card, we didn't see a whole lot of it, but my gosh, we get title matches, we get Raw, we get Rumble announcements, we got a little bit of everything. We got some good, we got some bad, and it was a mix of all the things, even all the stuff in between.
Yeah, I mean, it's a better Raw tonight than what we've seen in the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not putting it up there with a
It's not.
SmackDown that we've seen in the
No.
past 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
Right.
that does, just because it was better doesn't mean it was good, does it?
No,
No.
and listen,
No.
to be honest with you, it was really to be a go home show for the Rumble is kind of
Mm-hmm.
shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, we got some entrances, but like I just thought as a total, the show just wasn't that great. It was better, but still not great.
Yeah, I've wrote down about five things that I don't understand or that shock me. That I don't see where they're going, but it was good to see CM Punk. I mean, guys, clearly AJ Styles is losing next Saturday
Right. This Saturday.
because if it is, they're going to fool the shit out of all of us because they're setting
Mm-hmm.
it up for him to have the main events and the classic match with Shinsuke Saturday night. Then he has the title shot tonight, which ends in a no decision.
Right.
Mhm.
But I mean, I don't even know if he's the way he kind of talked. I don't even know if he's going to fucking TNA anymore. I think he's just ready to quit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the way I took it. Like he may just be, that may be the end of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Punk coming out and them doing
Mm-mm.
that. But
Yeah.
again, I don't know. Besides this Finn thing that we'll get into, clearly the vision's moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where Punk's storyline is. Maybe they are just building this up between him and Finn and going to give Finn this ultimate push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, and that's kind of weird. I know. Well, I guess we'll just get into it when we get to their segment about the vision. Go ahead, AJ.
Well, let's start off, guys. AJ Styles starts off the show, and man, what an ovation he gets there in Toronto. Toronto's got great wrestling fans. They always have. That's why they've put a couple WrestleManias there because their fans are great. And
Hmm.
he comes out, he's cutting this great promo, and then Punk comes out. And I had a feeling the moment he started talking about the world title and wants one more shot, the world title. I somewhat had a feeling that Punk was going to come out, or that Punk was going to come out at some point, and then they kind of swerve us a bit. He's like, well, if I beat Gunther, if I'm the number one contender, which it can medium makes you think he's winning Saturday, and then all of a sudden Punk's like, no, let's do it tonight, and they did it tonight.
Which tells me again, he's getting fucking beat Saturday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking for just a split second was, okay, AJ's going to win tonight. They're going to put the title on him,
Yeah.
and then they're going to give this crazy run to Gunther at the Rumble. He's going to win the title, and then it's just going to be Gunther running Raw.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to have some people return to Raw after Saturday night.
Right. They need people.
But did you guys notice they're still only? I think, of course, they announced Obi Femi got in at the last. But that all they're showing like locked in right now are 13 guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's both brands. I mean, it's 13 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that means they got to give us, what, 17 on Friday night?
17 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to give us 17 on Friday night.
Well, I mean, they won't tell us all of them because we'll have some surprises.
But they got to give us majority of that Friday night. There's not going to be that many surprises.
Finn tried to get in. Adam Pearce told him no, but, well, I guess after tonight, he's not going to be in. He's going to be feuding with Punk, which makes you believe whoever's winning the Rumble on Saturday is going after Drew or going after whoever wins that title.
I don't know. Does that was Punk had said he wants to be in the Rumble, right?
I mean,
Punk?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a title. He's got one of the two that they're wanting to get.
I mean, if he wins, what good does that do? So,
well, the only thing I could think was Finn just took him out and put himself in.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I see Finn getting in now.
Or-
I mean,
Or maybe this is something they build to Elimination Chamber.
Or he does something Friday night. He shows up on SmackDown and beat a lower level somebody that's
Yeah.
declared for the Rumble.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the way the show ended made me believe this is going to be a somewhat long-standing feud, and it will end at Elimination Chamber, and then whoever wins Elimination Chamber challenges the winner of that.
Well, I mean, we talked about it the other day. There's so many big faces, not faces, but people, big people from SmackDown in it. You almost kind of feel like a SmackDown winner is going to win to challenge Drew.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And Drew's going to be there, or Sam. I mean, let's not rule out. This is
who the fuck knows? It's Saudi Arabia.
This is Sam. That's Sammy's home. That's Sammy's people.
Listen, guys,
so to speak.
The more I have said it, I've said it for 3 weeks, maybe longer than that, but I keep saying that Sammy's not a world champion caliber talent. He's that U.S. champion, intercontinental. I think I'm wrong. I think he wins, and we'll get into that. But
yeah, I'm starting to have the same feelings.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, which I've got mixed feelings because I like him as a wrestler. I'm like you guys. I think he's a good person, but there's just things he's done. He's very, if you're not on my side politically, you're against me. There's things him and Kevin Owens have done to other wrestlers in the past just because they didn't share the same viewpoints. Some of the things and the attacks that they've done on social media that make me that's kind of turned me off to those guys. Like Sammy was very entertaining in the Bloodline, and when he's fighting against the MFTs or the Bloodline or whatever, he's pretty good. But on his own, it's like, and also, where did this come from? He just decided, oh, okay, I'm going to be in the main event picture. I'm going to be the world title. Like there was no build to it. Just kind of came out of nowhere.
I don't think he wins. I think they gave him his comeuppance since he was at home in Montreal and let him win that 4-way. But I think Drew McIntyre. I think what they're showing up Drew. Here we are on a Raw show talking about that. But but I think the way they're putting Drew McIntyre out, he's not fucking around and he's out to kill everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could see above. I won't be shocked if Drew wins. I won't be shocked if Sammy wins.
Yeah. Well, you'll be right on one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're 50%. 50%. Well, after that, guys, we had the women's 6-man tag, which I'll put it this way: the more experienced women were the better ones in the match. The least experienced had the botches, had all the botches. There's that one spot where it's Stephanie and Roxanne, and like it just looks so awkward. Like they're in the ropes and one's like got to peek out and the other one wait for the other ones to come. And then one throws the other one like right on top of the Slim Jim thing. And then she scoots herself to the buckles. I'm like, it's like, you guys know we can see this, right? Like the cameras are doing you no justice at all. And you can't blame production or the camera people. Like, there's no way we can hide that.
There was a spot where Roxanne, her and Io were tying up in the ring together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Io goes through the ropes. And if she was trying to spear her through the ropes, it was the slowest spear I've ever seen. And she just waits there and with her head sticking out of the rope.
Exactly.
And I was like, well, hell, I'd got time to run down there and kick the shit out of her as long as she's sitting there.
And listen, first of all, y'all know how people's getting tired of me just ripping these women wrestlers.
They're not. They're not.
What are they doing with Raquel? You got this woman who is stronger than half the men in the locker room. I mean, y'all did see her pick up. She picked up Stephanie.
Yeah.
With no help. I mean, she literally. That's pretty strong. We'll give her that.
Mm-hmm.
She can't wrestle for shit.
No.
She's
And
all
she does is she gets hit and she finds a rope to fall through. And then she lays outside.
Yeah.
And she gets up, she comes back in the ring, she gets hit again, and she finds a rope to fall through.
And she's supposed to be this person that challenges Stephanie Verker for the title. She got the hell beat out of her tonight. I mean, she had a couple moments of offense, but the rest of the time, she's taking a beating from Rhea. She's taking a beating from Io. Stephanie got a lot of offense on her. She didn't get
So
much at all.
That match was set for next Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're straight fight.
Yeah.
Well, listen, what I wrote down here is Judgment Day women are on a pretty good losing streak right now.
Yeah.
So it either tells me they're setting them up to win some belts soon, or they're setting it up for there to be some internal strife.
Yeah.
I think it's more that way than it is put a belt on them. You've seen Rhea Saturday night's main event, and then tonight she's pinned Liv, and now she's pinned Roxanne.
Mm-hmm.
With a riptide and a pretty distinct pin on both shows.
Yeah.
I think that we're fixing to see the Judgment Day women kind of split up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we do. I want to see Liv take that run and try to get her a title, whether it be the women's U.S. title right now, or something. I would like to see her in a singles run, and I'm so over the whole Rhea Io thing. Like it's that whole
Rio, get it right, fucker.
I could say a lot more than stupid, ridiculous, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing too. In this whole thing we're seeing, what happened to the Kabuki Warriors? We've not had a run in. We've not had anything in 3 weeks. They dropped the titles.
We saw them at the very end, right before the Punk AJ match, talking to Becky. So Asuka's challenging Becky. It's the only time we've seen them.
Yeah. I mean, we hadn't seen Bailey and Bird Girl.
Yeah. They're in the Rumble.
Yeah, but
hey, do you notice anybody else has been missing? The Bella girl.
Oh yeah, Nikki Bella. Yeah,
I saw something today. She might be out for the year. Like she might be done.
I hope she's out for her
Imagine
career.
Imagine that.
I was going to ask, and I'm sure I've just forgotten this, or you guys remind me. Is Tiffany Stratton hurt?
No.
Yeah.
I got to thinking about that yesterday when we were sitting here and asked Mageddon and couldn't really do a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up, and I even went into the Wikipedia. You can go into their professional in their careers, and it starts talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't give anything even on that about her being hurt. It talks about her losing the title in November.
Yeah. She'll be back at the Rumble.
Yeah, she'll be back at the Rumble. Yeah,
that's what I thought. You're right, Will. I figured that blank spot. They showed us the other night. They had all of them filled, but that one. Yeah, and I feel like she's probably the one.
Yeah, and the crowd will go crazy when it's Tiffy time.
Yeah,
even in Riyadh, I think the crowd will go crazy for Tiffy time when they come out and all their sweatsuits and bodysuits.
I wish they would come up wearing luchador mask, cover everything.
Not everything.
No. You can only do certain moves. You can't show certain skin parts over there,
Yeah.
Well, after that, guys, we get the Vision in the ring. Braun Breaker is back. They told they advertised we're going to hear from Braun Breaker. He didn't say a word. Adam Pearce, Paul Heyman talks. The fans boo him mercilessly. Then Adam Pearce comes out, says, "I apologize. I'm lifting the suspension. You're in the Rumble," and then said the whole Vision's in the Rumble. And then he gave Austin Theory a match with Rey Mysterio, which match was okay. Wasn't anything, to write home about. There was one botch in there. Like Rey was about to go for the 619, and you saw Austin Theory kind of look behind to see what's coming. Then he gets out of the way. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. It was kind of like above average. I'll put it that way. But then the Vision comes in and just does what they should have done in all the other matches, which makes you believe the way that they booked this. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed are just weaklings without Braun Breaker. It's the way.
Well, yeah. Before we get into that, and maybe part of it, Is Adam Pierce coming off as weird to you guys as
Yes.
me?
Yeah. If he's got something with somebody on the phone, Lord knows who that is.
And it's very annoying too.
Yes.
I thought he was going to, I thought he was going to have an ultimate comeback and say, and by the way, you four are the first four entrants into the Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
like or something, just something, just to no.
Yeah.
No,
So-
and see, it's almost like he's, and I don't know. It's almost like Paul has got him in his pocket,
Mhm.
and I feel like I'm afraid that's how they're going to go with this storyline. They're going to have this corrupt GM somehow,
Mhm.
and he's not the guy.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see it being.
Yeah.
Who do you think's on the phone, Brock?
Brock, LA Knight, Dusty brought up a good point because you see when they're having the vision, when they're back in their locker room and Logan Paul does the whole okay, Braun's got
on the phone.
Yeah, Heyman's on the phone in the back, and then we cut a couple minutes later, then it's Adam Pierce on the phone. Okay, bye. So I'm with you where I kind of think that if it's not Brock, if it's not LA Knight, if it's not, I don't know who else it could be. It's either those two or Heyman.
The only other person that I've kind of done a little research on it today, and I didn't know if y'all might have seen what I seen, but you said some of the names, but there's one name that I seen that you haven't said, and that's The Rock.
He's got the authority.
He does. He does.
And
he's the ultimate
it's supposed to be in Riyadh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I read, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I don't like it.
Well, I like it if he'll stick with it.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is that what we're going to get? Or are we going to
get? It's not a one-offer.
Yeah, I'm tired of these one-offers with him. If he's such a role in THQ and all this stuff, why are we getting this? Why are we not getting THQ? That's a video game.
Yeah, sure is.
THQ was some great wrestling video games.
Yeah.
But why are we getting?
Well, we don't know that we are. We don't know that we're getting him at all. But like I said, if he does, I hope it's something that's a storyline. I hope it's something that it is that he's the new leader of the Vision or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening. I guess something we've never really talked about. Does LA Knight come back heel and join them since they beat the fuck out of him?
Yeah.
And I guess he probably could be, but I don't know that he's got that much of a dick to swing around and get stuff done.
Right.
Well, so all right. I was thinking that LA Knight comes back as the leader and Braun Breaker's out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we got all these theories, but yeah, listen, I was just glad to see at the end of it, the Vision looked like they're supposed to.
Yeah, strong.
Yeah. I'm just not on the whole Austin theory's the weak link for me in that group. Him and I'm with you, AJ, with Bronson Reed as well.
Yeah.
To be so monstrous, he's weak.
Yeah. It's like every bit of his offense that's not a tsunami doesn't work.
Well, they've totally killed him the last 3 weeks.
I know.
They made him look weak as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they made the whole group look that way unless they have Braun Breaker. So.
And that's the thing, though, is he doesn't speak. He don't do anything.
Right. Yeah. He just does this little,
Well, I think tonight when he agreed when Logan Paul said, I think that man needs to be Braun Breaker, he said, I agree. I think that's the first time I've heard him talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I've only heard him talk in commercials. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, after that, guys, we have a little vignette. Natalya says she's going to go after Maxine Dupree. So we mentioned that. Okay, time to move on. Now on to
I can't believe you fucking brought it up.
I'm just tore up about that. I can't believe we're not talking more about that.
Of course, Will's got to chime in on the
Will, you can make your own short about that if you want to.
Dude, exactly what I was fixing to say. I was going to tell Will, hey, we're trying out these shorts, Will. That'll be our first one right there.
It might be the end of them if he does that.
They might just kick him plumb off.
And then we go to the Gunther Michael Cole interview. And I must say, that's a very good vehicle for Gunther because I thought that interview was excellent. It was really good. It's better than any promo he's ever cut. Obviously, it's not live and he can't be, swayed either way by the crowd, but man, like that was excellent. I really enjoyed that.
And props to Michael Cole because he fed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Gunther sit up in his seat and asked him about his career and the way Michael Cole pulled that off, that was great. That was some good work right there by both of them.
Absolutely.
It reminded me of an old school JR vignette or something with him and Stone Cold or The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That he used to have the set downs with. I thought they actually did make Gunther look pretty good there.
Yeah, that was actually a positive in the whole part with Gunther there.
Yeah, I mean, I do more of that. Maybe it should be when he gets in the ring, have an interview, or maybe have him, interview there in the entryway, old school style. Like that's him at his best when he's reacting to something instead of having to lead something.
Mm-hmm. And I wish they would go back to more of that. We talk about Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day, how they used to come out on that little podium.
Yeah.
Somebody interview them. Yeah. I love that stuff. And they should go back to more of that.
Yeah.
Because that gets the crowd, like you just said. Yeah. The crowd could lead Gunther into a great promo.
Yeah. And the interviewer is leading him. He's reacting to what the interview
says. Don't they do a lot of that, though? And we just don't get to see it?
It's backstage, though. But, most of that, it's like kind of like
I'm just talking about like the one where LA Knight got cut off, Don't they do some of that stuff, but we don't really get to see it? Okay.
Really. I don't think they do anymore.
No.
Unless you're there live, no.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. After that, guys, we get the fatal four-way for the number one contenders for the tag match, and I just had a feeling that was just going to be the actual, tag part of it was only going to last for about 5 minutes before it went into chaos, and we're not even 2.5 minutes into the match. And then we get Clint's favorite move. Everyone just stand there and dive on top of everybody. And then poor Otis, my gosh, he spent 3/4 of the match sitting down outside the ropes.
Well, I finally had to rewind it just to make sure I didn't miss his fat ass in the ring at some point, but he didn't. That other than there at the end when he got pinned, that was the only time he was in. I mean, when he almost got pinned, but and then they ended. But did you have the Alpha Academy winning the damn thing?
No.
After the promo that they had 2 weeks ago, I had a feeling they were going to win it. It was either them or the New Day because, the El Grandes, they pretty much erased them after the first couple minutes. And that other group they were just there to get squashed, even though they got some
American
offense.
made.
Yeah, American made. They eventually got some offense in, but I thought it was either going to be Alpha Academy or New Day was going to win that.
So where do you think Jimmy is? Because I feel like if Naomi was having a baby, they would have said that.
I mean, maybe he's hurt. Maybe they're just saving him for the Rumble to be a kind of surprise entrant. I don't know. I haven't heard or read.
No fucking surprise if that's the case.
No, right.
I hope as somebody that's had a wife and now a daughter that's expecting, you hope something's not wrong that way because they just said personal reasons. I hope there's not. Complications or anything that way.
That's immediately where my mom went to. That there's something going on there.
That's what I thought. That there's something personal, like legit. Maybe Naomi's having some issues. I hope and pray that she's not.
Right.
But it also puts up the point too. I was going to bring it up since we're talking about it this way. Is does Jimmy and Jay give the belts up to Alpha Academy? If there is something going on,
Jimmy's got to be out.
Right. I'm with you. Yeah.
But I don't see the Alpha Academy being the one stoking
them. Well, okay, so I sent it out earlier, but let's talk about who. I mean, evidently they don't listen to anything we say, Clint, because you can put the titles on Bronson Reed and Logan Paul or somebody, but like we don't have a strong tag team division.
There's no Powers of Pain. There's no Demolition. There's no Road Warriors.
Well, the moment they get a good tag team, they find a way to split it up. The
Well,
Usos are the great example of that.
well, I mean,
Why,
Montez Ford and what's
yeah,
his name? They just got sent to NXT.
right. Yeah.
So they pulled them off the roster and put them there.
Yeah.
There's no other strong tag team guys,
No.
legit tag
I
team.
mean, to me, especially Raw on the Raw side, not on the SmackDown side, but the Raw side, the tag team division is a high spot filler division.
Yeah. Which is
Mhm.
Other than the Usos.
which is what tonight was.
Oh, for sure. That's all it was.
Yeah. New Day's cooked. They're done.
Oh.
They tried to switch them heel and they just get no, which by the way, how fake are those signs that they put down there?
Get and rip up.
Yeah, and then there was one later. It says "We love CM Punk" on the same white cardboard.
Yeah.
Same
All right, now
font.
hold this one.
Same. Yeah, now hold this one. Like we know the shit is.
We'll
fake.
get you on TV like 3 times. But
Yeah.
you got to hold this
You,
sign.
you,
right?
you got to hold this sign.
Yeah, you
Okay.
paid $1,300, but hey, we'll at least give you a fake piece of cardboard that the New Day.
You'll
will
get to
rip
be
up.
on TV.
You'll get to be on TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that's going. When is that match set up? Is it next Monday?
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because right after that, after they won, they if you noticed at the bottom of the screen,
Yeah.
they brought in Monday Night Raw and whatever
Yeah.
it's going to be at whatever town. So
And
yeah.
Jay sitting there watching it. Jay just looked so disinterested. He was making like a little facial. It's like someone was like whispering to him off to the side that Triple H was telling him, like, hey, tell him to make some facial like expressions for all of this. I mean, I know it's tiring to walk down the steps and sit in your seat, but you know.
No, what's probably hard for him is literally a year ago he was getting the push of his life and about to win the Royal Rumble.
I was thinking about that
these
tonight.
Fucking idiots,
Yeah,
fight to see who he fights in a tag team.
I was thinking about that tonight when he was walking out. I was like, man, a year ago he knew he was winning the Rumble, but like just fast forward to now, like he's been given a lot of opportunities, and he's kind of. They said they're going to strap the rocket ship to him. They did. Well, unfortunately, he was driving it, and that damn thing came down and crashed in the Pacific Ocean. Is what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah, and that's on him. That's not on the fact that creative was trying to push him. That's on him to. At some point, you got to carry this, and you got to be in shape. You got to cut great promos. You got to get the fans excited, and then eventually, all of us were just like, "Can you please just get the belt off this guy?"
I mean, the walkout song only gets you so far.
Yeah, and less people are doing the less and less. Yeah, I noticed it tonight. It's just that or just turn him to a color commentator at some point.
Hell, he can't talk. He can't be a color commentator.
That's what he said.
And then we're going 4 letters.
Jay, what'd you think about that body slam? Yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be about all you can get out of it.
All right, Oos. See what you did. After that, guys, we find out that Vicker and Raquel are going to have their street fight next week. So we're going to have 2 title matches on Raw next week. And then we get AJ and Punk. What did you guys think about that match?
I'm just laughing at Dusty going, ooh, because we get to see that title match next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be time to get up and go take a piss.
He seems so fucking excited for
that. I know you will be excited because you love you some Vicker.
Well, I like watching her.
Yeah.
I will say this. She does what's the stomp? The
Devil's kiss.
Devil's kiss.
Devil's kiss.
And look, she had one ready for Liv tonight and got interrupted.
I know.
You heard the whole audience was just deflated when that happened.
And Will got really excited.
Maybe they're saving that up. That to me, that's my WrestleMania want match right there because I think Liv and Vicker are probably 2 of the best.
Yeah,
I think they're 2 of the best workers they got.
Do you think that Vicker goes through Raquel and then Liv tries to come in and be the what's the word? The nitrous and shining armor, I guess, to come in and save her.
What I see happen is eventually they just keep losing, and finally Liv says, "Fuck it, I'm taking over. You 2 are a tag team again. I'm going for the big belt."
Right.
Because she should. She's the leader of the whole Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Fuck Dom, fuck Finn, and especially the other two heifers. Liv
Yeah.
is the only reason I like that I even care anything about the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
I ain't even crushing on her as hard as Will does, but now she is pretty hot.
Yeah.
She got that crazy hot. You know it would be a good time.
Yeah.
Like it would be a good time.
Yeah.
She's gonna throw you down.
Yeah.
Say my name, bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
she
may be wearing the strap on.
Yeah.
You're going to have to like pegging if you will, please. I got to.
Oh, you're going to take this.
Yeah.
Right,
you had your turn. Now it's my turn.
On to the championship match, guys. What'd you think of Punk and Styles?
Hey, listen, for AJ to be done, we can go ahead and say that. He can still get down, and him and Punk had a great match.
Yeah, they did.
I thought AJ was better than Punk.
I did too.
I thought Punk was a little slow and sloppy compared to AJ.
Yeah, AJ's put on some bangers in a row here.
Yes,
the Gunther match, the Shinsuke match, which makes you go like, my gosh, like I don't want to see him retire. He's getting back in the really, really good form. I don't want to see this end.
Unless he just wants to.
Exactly.
Yeah, unless he's just ready to say, hey, guys, I'm ready to go home.
If that's the case, then that's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
But I totally agree with you. I mean, he is – I mean, you go all the way back to that Cena match. That was the best match of the year, in my opinion,
right?
Of 2025.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And it's not without AJ Styles.
Right.
No, I mean, so his last 4 matches have just been, the best we've seen.
Yeah, I thought he was better than Punk, but I mean, I knew there wasn't no shit way he was winning. But I didn't see what I've got wrote down there on last is I don't know where Finn's story is supposed to go from this.
Because when he was talking to Punk, it made you think that he's going to go after Dom's Intercontinental title.
That's what I thought. I thought, oh man, we're gonna get to see it.
And then he comes out and he interrupts. I'm like, well, we just saw, we already saw this, but unless you're going to turn this into a long-term feud, like I said, that ends at Elimination Chamber, because if it's on a random Raw, if it's on the Saturday night's main event, then you got to have some quick turnaround to have another title match at the Elimination Chamber.
Could we get Demon Finn in the Elimination Chamber match?
We could. That'd be nice.
Well, I think this is me trying to put my head in the mind of Triple H and those shitty-ass writers they've got. So I try to say what I think should happen, but also got to say what I think they're thinking, or maybe the only thing I can think is you can milk this for about a month and a half, maybe until the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And what you do is if Seth comes back, which we think he probably will at Rumble, but if he comes back and then LA Knight comes back, you're going to have something with Vision and all those. So you let all that get sorted out, and then you let Finn and Punk do their thing to fill in that time. Because eventually Seth's coming back for that belt when he comes back.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker's going to get in the title picture somewhere. And who knows what LA Knight's going to do, but he's definitely going to be, even if he keeps getting squashed, he's going to be in the middle of those storylines like he was last year. He may not ever get to push, but he'll be in there somewhere. Yeah. So maybe that's what's going to happen, is they're just going to use this because they've got this story to tell with the Vision, with LA Knight, with Seth, and then they're going to let Finn and Punk do this for a while.
Elimination Chamber's on the 28th next month. That's
a month.
Yeah, that's 33 days from now.
But to you guys, when he went back there and Liv kind of starts cutting him down, I'm thinking, they're planting those seeds. Here the motherfucker comes back out feuding with Punk again.
Yeah.
So I don't know I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, because
when I say planting those seeds, I meant planting those seeds with Dom, with
yeah.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah, it's very confusing. That's and you got, if it's going to be an Elimination Chamber match, you got a month to build it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Raws to build that. Maybe a Saturday night. I don't know if we have a Saturday night's main event in
we'll probably have 3 of them before then. We might have it on a Tuesday, knowing that WWE.
Yeah, they'll have some kind of special Tuesday night something.
Remember
Saturday main
that,
event this Tuesday.
remember
Yeah.
when they did do a pay-per-view on a Tuesday night? This is when we were kids.
It was
Like Tuesday in Texas, I think it was called.
yeah, something like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
do
think you're
remember
right.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of the dumbest things they ever did, but that was just
Well,
Vince trying to get pop people and see if they would buy it on a
we'll
Tuesday,
get
which they
5
didn't.
women matches, and then we'll get one male match, and
Yeah.
there'll be 47 botches in the women's matches.
Yeah.
Hell, there might not be a winner. The referees are having a hard time even counting to 3 in those matches.
They'll knock each other out.
It is. I thought they'd about fucked up in that Punk match. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought either Punk was a little late kicking out or that referee sped up that third one because she had to
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm going to be sexist here, guys. You just said it, Brazier. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't like women reffing men's matches.
I knew he was going to talk about this.
I don't like
knew
it.
he was going to talk about
I don't like it worth a damn.
Yeah, it makes it harder to knock out a referee that way.
I know, and I mean, you get them in the corner, they count to 5, you got a break. Well, that guy, they could turn around and step up in the face. They can't do it to a female.
Yeah.
Well, the heel
because you don't
guys
see
can.
you don't see any male officials doing women's matches. Why?
Do you not?
They had
No.
one tonight, didn't they?
No.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I
what
think
did
we've
we-
got men's.
I think we'll research
hell,
it, but I think
don't
I'm
pay
right.
attention. I don't pay attention enough to know.
Well, guys, so we talked about the championship match and then maybe what could and what could not. Tonight, though, I want to get your thoughts on it before I get my thoughts into it. So they reveal what's going to be on 2K26, and it's going to be Triple H on the cover. And, because they showed other stuff, or it was going to be the Monday Night Wars revisited, WCW. And they showed all the face. I'm like, this is a great cover. Like, not that I'm not going to buy the video game system because, my God, it cost, a mortgage to buy one of these things nowadays. But then
it's a house payment.
Yeah. And they do this whole thing, and it's Paul Heyman, and the cover of it is freaking Triple H. Your all's thoughts before I get into it.
Well, I don't know, back in the I don't know, around 2005 to probably 2K15. I think I know all of them since then, but has Triple H ever been on a cover that we know of?
Probably,
Mike
but
can
I
Google that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I'm Googling it right now.
But the whole thing is 30 years of Triple H. Well, who gives a shit? I mean, the Monday Night War thing I thought was great, except I get it. Mick Foley is standing his ground on something that unaffiliated with the WWE, as long as they, because of Trump or whatever.
Yeah.
How the fuck? Maybe it's because of AEW, but how the fuck you not have Sting on that cover?
Exactly.
Is it just an AEW thing?
Or they're
because he's in the Hall of Fame for you.
Yeah, or they're just still constantly burying him for no freaking reason.
I guess.
Which that someone brought up a good point about the whole LA Knight, like you losing is going to make you look better. That's what he told Sting when he beat Sting. Oh, this is going to make you look better. How does losing make anybody look better? Did you think every time a team lost a Super Bowl, you're like, oh man, that really made them look good? No, because no one gives a fuck after
for some reason they use Sting to get the NWO out there, and then DX beats the NWO, and Sting wasn't affiliated with either one of them.
I know.
He hated it.
That was the biggest.
Again, we got off subject here. I just you can't have the main players from the Monday Night War and on the WCW side not have Sting.
Right.
I mean, the 83 weeks, that's when they were ahead. That's when it was the Sting story for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That it wasn't Goldberg.
No.
I mean, right. Goldberg got a push, but when they were leading the ratings, it was when Sting, when that storyline was Sting and the Raptors.
Yeah.
I got the list right here, guys. 2K started in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
You had The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going down the list straight in order. The Rock, Cena, Austin, Lesnar, Rollins, AJ Styles. 2K20 was Becky Lynch and Roman together. Then you had Rey Mysterio, John Cena. 24 was Cody Rhodes Standard Edition. And then they had a deluxe edition, which was Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in 2K24. And in 2K25, you had Roman Reigns Bloodline Edition. And you had a Deadman Edition with Taker. And then you had a Bloodline family, including Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman.
Mm.
And that's the list.
So he hasn't ever been on it, but I don't know why he needs to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I know AJ's ready to rock and roll on this one. All I'm gonna say is I am a video guy. My son's sitting behind me playing video games right now.
Yeah.
And it hurts me because I was a Triple H fan, and y'all know that. And now that I see more and more on the day in and day out of how he is running WWE, I'm not much of a fan. I don't think if Triple H was ever going to be on the cover, he should have been the first one, because that was about the time his career was over.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, when you're in the position he's in now as the chief executive officer, you don't get on a damn video game. You don't deserve to be on a video game.
Right.
You've not done anything to be on that video game in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
You need to put people on there who
Well, you know somebody you didn't name who would be probably a good time to honor him? Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hogan was
I don't care what the political view or how he got booed at that first Raw. I mean, the man's gone, and your business ain't where it is. What for him? I believe if I was Triple H, I'd say, whoa, you don't put me on there until Hogan's on there.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, so we could look at a lot of different ways. I don't know. I don't like it. I won't buy that edition for Mason.
Yeah.
I would just buy the regular 2K edition. I won't buy the King of Kings edition just because of that. I'm not going to give any extra money for it.
Yeah. Right.
No, I've had the last 3, I think, but just downloaded it because it comes with a pretty good deal, I think, that I've got on PlayStation 5. They're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
You still got to spend more money when you buy it to build your character or unlock other characters,
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Let it rip.
So this is kind of, I think this is a WWE Unreal, and this is just feeding Triple H's ego. He has a massive ego, because if you listen to so I don't know if you guys watched the Monday Night Wars series that used to be on the network, where they highlighted specific people. My goodness, guys, 3/4 of it was something that had to do with Triple H, the Click, the Generation X. They did a separate one on Triple H. They talked about Shawn Michaels. A lot of it had Triple H in it. They talked about certain things here and certain things there. It's like if you watch that and didn't watch wrestling like we did growing up, it would make you think that Triple H is the most important character that's ever come into the history of wrestling, when in all reality, he's on the outside of the top 10. I'm not saying he's not important, but if WWE does not win the Monday Night Wars without Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock playing, and I will even throw Mankind, because Mankind's one time going off the Hell in the Cell in Pittsburgh is more important and more memorable than anything Triple H ever did.
Wasn't the night that now I may be dead off here. I know it was a big momentum shift, but
yes,
the night
finger
that
poke
WWE,
of doom. Finger poke of doom is what you're talking about, right?
Well, but didn't they give away Foley winning the belt, and everybody immediately switched over to Raw?
800,000 people switched over to Raw, and that was the night they did the finger poke of doom.
Yeah, Tony Schiavone, dumbass, said, "Boy, that'll put butts in seats." And by God, it got viewers too.
It did, didn't it?
It did. And again, and you feed into my point, like that single-handedly helped them win. It wasn't Triple H; it was Mick Foley doing that. So you have The Rock, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley, could they have won without Triple H? Yes. Did Triple H and all of them help them win that war? Absolutely. I will not take that away from them. I mean, I used to, when I was in middle school, I had the lead, get everyone together during our stretches and pregame. And I would say, "Are you ready?" Just like Triple H, just because it was fun and it was a different way. I started it in a rivalry game that we won, not bragging or anything. We broke a 29 game win streak, not bragging or anything, not saying that's what inspired us. Just throwing that out there. That's where it started. But like, if you watch all of these WWE documentaries that they produce, you can tell his hands all over it because he acts like, oh, he's the one that inspired the Montreal screw job. Like, oh, he made the call to Vince or he made the call to Sean. It's like, no, I think you had a lot of people, Jim Cornette and Vince Russo and a lot of other people that probably had Vince's ear on that too. It wasn't just you or all these other things that, DX, we convinced Vince to do all that. I think Vince, his company was in the red. He was trying to get it out of the red and into the black, and he was willing to do anything. And he probably had some ideas as well. So the whole Unreal thing is just feeding his ego. And I think of what he did to Booker T. I'm thinking of what he did to Sting in their match at WrestleMania and how he has squashed countless other talents on top of that. And in all reality, like, he can't say anything to The Rock. Just can't. Rock's better. Rock's bigger. He's a movie star. He can't say anything to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's more popular. He's better. He can't say anything to The Undertaker. He's just better. So he has to do things like this to elevate his status, when us longtime wrestling fans who have been watching it since the 80s realize and know Triple H is on the outside of the top 10 of the most important people of wrestling. If you do the whole scheme of things, grand scheme of things in wrestling, Triple H is probably on the outside of the top 25. He's in others receiving votes when it comes to all of that. And let's just be real. If he didn't marry who he married, and what he did was absolutely strategic in going after Stephanie McMahon, because he knew China was only going to take him so far. And I'm not saying he's not in love with her. I'm not saying they're not happy. I'm not saying they don't have a great family, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He's a conniving, what, and that's where he is, and he would not be there. He would not be this important, and he would not have the opportunity to rewrite history the way he wants to do it if he wouldn't have made that move. Rant over. I'm going to take a drink and a breath.
Well, I've said it before. I said, why couldn't anybody else have fucked the boss's daughter with all this bad booking? Why couldn't somebody else have? But yeah, no.
You're right.
I think, I think he was 100%. Once he started getting in creative, was a Vince yes man. Mm-hmm. They buried all those guys that came from WCW when it closed up, except Goldberg. They kind of gave him a push, but his wasn't.
Couple pushes, yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't good. Yeah. Hogan out of all that bunch, the NWO didn't last very long, and he was so over that they had to put it. So
the only one that go ahead.
I'll give him a lot of credit for the fact that he was a very good heel. That it gave good heel characters for Austin, Rock, Foley. Yeah. And I'll give him credit that the ruthless aggression era, he was good as a big heel in that faction with Batista, with Randy Orton, and kind of helped, boost their careers a little bit. But yeah, I've noticed the same thing you do. You get, it's not on Peacock anymore, but you used to go to Peacock. Mm-hmm. And fuck, I could barely find storylines and stuff for Stone Cold, but goddamn, that triple, all these rivalries and all these things.
There's 3 of them.
You could watch 9 million videos of Triple H on it.
Yeah. Yeah, the ego run amok. And Vince had a major ego, but Vince didn't have 3 separate pages to all the great Vince matches on the network.
Yeah. Well, think of just how it could have been. If the Clique doesn't do their breaking kayfabe, Triple H wins King of the Ring, and we don't get the Austin 316 promo.
Yeah.
He got punished.
Yeah, getting him out of the way. Getting him out of the way. His own selfishness. Getting him out of the way paved the way for them to win that war. I mean, it just did.
But what if that doesn't happen? and Triple H gets that push, and Austin does not get the
Yeah.
push.
Well,
We may be watching WCW right now.
Yeah. We're wrapping up WCW Monday Nitro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what our review is. And it's the
Absolutely.
reality of it, you know.
Because he couldn't carry it like Austin could.
No,
He didn't have the fans behind him like Austin did.
And you know, we talk about all his storylines. The only one that really sticks out to me that I think was good is when he was the one who turned on Sean
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
with the
was really
sledgehammer.
good. That was really good.
That was a good one. But outside of that, you know,
But it was secondary storyline. It was secondary character.
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Right?
right.
Yeah.
And that's what he was, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like AJ. I see what AJ's saying.
Yeah.
Everything he did was fine. Everything he did in the ring was fine.
Right.
Now, do I think he got the belt 14 times? I think him and Randy Orton are tied.
Yeah.
He don't get that if he ain't fucking the boss's daughter.
Exactly.
But what you're saying is, I don't need, you're not fooling me when you're putting him out there on these covers. When you're making all these categories and lists for us to go watch all of his storyline and trying to make him bigger than he was.
Right. Yeah.
Because I know what happened. I know what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't tune in Monday night to watch Triple H.
And
I thought he was good, but I didn't tune in for him.
But if you've listened to all the old school guys who do podcasts, they all say the same thing. They all do. Yeah. So he's not fooling them. And a lot of people listen to those shows, and those who've been watching wrestling as long as we have, he's not fooling us either.
Yeah.
So
he was a good listen. He was probably Vince's lapdog, and he ended up getting in there with his daughter. So
all right, you guys want to get into some Rumble predictions?
Let's just wait till Friday night or Saturday.
Okay.
Let's get into who the fuck's hosting Saturday. Will.
Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I'll look into it to be sure. That'd be great.
I mean,
remember it's at 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's early. We can come here. We can come here in the man cave at my house. Don't matter to me.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We'll talk through the week.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. All right, guys. Well, that will wrap up 80s Kids Wrestling. So for Dusty, Cletus, for Will, who only chimes in on women's wrestling, I'm AJ. We will see you guys this weekend.